Thinking about meditation, I wanted to share another little story of meditation and connection and change. And that was an experience that I had with meditating with a chicken who sat in my lap. I was staying with my friend Yolanda in her Center for Humanity and Nature. And this chicken kept coming to the door of the little garden house in the back, her little studio where I was staying. And this was after doctors had done some testing on my body, and I'd lost the nerve function in my feet and legs, and they said it was spinal stenosis in my cervical spine, and they were saying that I was going to be in a wheelchair, and I was resisting that. I was on Loft-Strand crutches, the big, complicated kind. And anyway, I had to go to a deaf conference, the European Congress, and so in a yard, and the chicken's name was Vitya, little white one, Vitya. And the chicken kept coming to my door and kept, you know how chickens are, they kind of look at you like this. And she kept coming and looking, and I would come outside, and when I looked at her, I noticed that she had blood all over her crop. Her head was covered with blood. Every day I would cuddle her, and eventually we developed quite an affection for one another. And she came one day, the sun came out, it was in February, it was cold. The sun came out, she came and she sat in my lap for 3 hours, and she laid an egg in my lap. And I was just amazed. I used to have chickens, and I'd never had the experience of an animal trusting me enough to lay an egg in my lap. But there was Vitya, she laid her egg. And that night I went to bed, and I woke up at 4 a.m., time to meditate. And my feet, and my legs were just burning as if they were on fire. I thought about the condition of frostbite when nerve sensation just changed in people's bodies, and I thought, okay, well, if I'm having all these burning sensation, maybe I can, if I meditate on it, be thankful and open my heart, open my mind. Okay, bring it. And so I meditated until I was crying and meditating, just releasing all resistance. And I finally fell asleep, and when I woke up, it was mid-morning, it was very late, but all the sensation in my feet and legs had been restored. And it's never gone away again, and that was well over a year ago. And since that time, I've been making steady progress in restoring my ability to walk. And so I wanted to share the story, not just about the power of meditation, but the presence of animals in this time to us, to invite you to really appreciate and be thankful for the company of any animals in your life. I'm absolutely, totally saved to have my cat with me, my cat Z's. He has a funny little head and funny little ears. He looks a little bit like he has a water buffalo hat. Fred Flintstone would be very proud of him. He would be the head of the Royal Order of Water Buffaloes. But he's been so good. He's meditated with me daily. He's the presence of comfort and love in my life. He's my angel. He's really my angel. Just invite you to give thanks for all the people and the animal people who are angels in our lives. The fact that love is present in the midst of all of this fear. The fact that love is real and that it is powerful. I guess that's the real issue. How much power can we give to love rather than to fear at this time? Think about the power that we have. And think of it in all its forms. Think of it in all its forms. If we can spend more time exercising the power of love, what does that look like in our lives today? Backing up to the summary on the story of meditating with Ritya, the chicken. So ever since I was there, Ritya comes and she sits in Yolanda's bicycle in the basket, and she puts an egg in there. And so Yolanda tells me that it's Easter every day at their house because of Ritya, who also comes in their home wanting her cuddles, her knuffle, every day. Ritya has not been henpecked again. Her head is perfectly white and beautiful. And so I did a portrait of her that I wanted to share because you can see the love in her eyes. Before I left, she would come and she would kiss me. She would kiss me and I would kiss her. Sweetest thing in the world. Part of the gift of connecting with animals, connecting with all living beings. I noticed in this time of reduced human encroachment on the world that there are all kinds of posts turning up about how nature and all the animals are trying to take back space. For example, on beaches in India, they're trying to take back space. They're laying eggs. They're going about their world. And so, as much as it's a hardship for humans to have to deal with sickness, sometimes that rebalancing in the earth's processes is one of the unexpected surprises, and perhaps for nature a little bit of a blessing, that when we keep a little more to ourselves, we leave enough space for other living things. So both in the connection we can be powerful in love, and also in the respecting of space and distance and autonomy of their lives, we can be powerful in love as well.